It is rainy. Oh, love this. We have had so much rain this year, and anyway, it's really cool out here in wet Northern California. I was reading an article in today's paper. By the way, did I just say it's March 24th? Welcome to the Friday update. Local town here, right near my sister's house, Boulder Creek. 80 inches of rain already in this season. The rain season goes to about April, I think. They count it like about October through April, even though we get a little bit in May sometimes. But anyway, I just want to let you know what's going on around here. Big news. I'll get to the big news later. But, well, the big news is IGC stuff has been moved to Asilomar officially now. And I'll have a new video on that pretty soon up, and we'll save that for another day. But if you're thinking about joining us, now it is really ripe for bringing a loved one or anybody, because there are a bazillion things to do in Monterey. You can golf, you can kayak, you can go horseback riding, you can go to the beach, you can warm up for your open mic at the beach. Now, frequently the beach in August in Monterey is foggy, at least in the morning, so bring a sweatshirt too. Okay, I didn't really want to talk about that too much, but I'm really excited that we found a place after presentation kind of pulled the rug out from under us. Okay, what happened this week? I'm going to talk a little bit about, let's see, what am I going to talk about today? I'm going to talk about this a little bit. I hope to get to that. I want to thank Vanessa for coming up with another really cool lesson, Extreme. Now, this song was one of the first requests we ever got when we put up the request a lesson page. Scott Butler, I believe. Scott, was that you that was asking for this a long time ago? And it was one of those I thought, I'm going to have to get to that. Maybe the request didn't come up till after I did this. The lesson may have, or at least the request may have come along after I did More Than Words. But another percussive song, kind of like from the beginning. A lot going on in those things. So anyway, I hope people have had a good time taking a look at that. Finally, got this finished. And added a segment, I hope, that will clear up the confusion. It probably didn't, but it might. So the confusion as far as the keys go. If you don't get it from there, tune in for next week's episode of Soap. It'll all be clear then, I'm sure. Let's see. What did I do? Really cool things on the forum. The thread, I can barely read much of the thread about pictures and words without getting teary-eyed. I mean, the stuff you guys have put in there has just been spectacular. Early, shots of. I will have to dig through my archives and see where if I have any pictures of me with Dad. I missed my dad. Checked out when I was really young, unfortunately. I died when I was 4, and I'm sure I know there are pictures around. I've got videos that we're in, at least. So, but love seeing the pictures of folks, particularly with their dads or with their kids. That was pretty neat. Our Swiss friend Chris and his shot. Let's see. But anyhow, so when I started reading that thread. Well, first of all, I couldn't even get through it all in one sitting because it just got too emotional. So, Michelle, congratulations again on being a rabble-rouser and getting people involved and really thinking. So, some great stuff going on up there. Let's see, what were the musical things that I liked this week on there? Really liked more Moody Blues. Chris, speaking of Chris, it's just great to see those songs and relive them again. Many of them are ones that when I hear them around here, I think, I should do a lesson on that, or I should do that list is still really, really long. But anyway, Sandy's Blue Bayou, very cool. Another song. I do have a fly on the wall. I teased you about this last week, and I didn't get to it this week. A bunch of things fell in my lap this week that were certainly unexpected, mostly relocating camp. But yeah, it was great to see that. And Vanessa's young student playing Hallelujah was a treat too. So anyway, really neat to see what all was going on in there. I do want to talk a little bit about From the Beginning with these cool pics. Probably can't see that very well, but with the grip on them. And that is Dermot asked about an extra beat. Well, there was, of course, not an extra beat, but sometimes, where I have a rest in the music on beat 4 in many of the measures, of the strumming measures, we really need some noise. If it just sounds like this, musical, not much. And so to get this musical, we need a little percussion and some muting too. We need to make sure that second chord gets cut off. And then as we're moving, we want to hear a little bit of extra noise, maybe a down and an up on beat 4. Now it's not going to be that obvious, and sometimes it might not be that dead. Put a little light open strings in there. Try that again. But it's very soft, a little soft brush in there. Really, really useful technique. That's just one of the things that makes that song so cool. Anyway, I hope everybody's had fun looking at that lesson. It's one of my students came in the other day with a list of all the songs he'd played in the last maybe year and a half or so, and it was really long. And I looked at the list. I said, God, all these songs are ones that I think are great to learn. And he pointed out, says, well, these are all ones you suggested. And usually when people ask me about my top 10 songs, we have stuff like this. Everybody should learn. This is of course in there. Maybe this. But so when I think it's a top 10, there's really probably 100 that I think everybody should learn. There's of course, then there's the finger picking world. I've got to do it up here. For the sound right? Yikes. Anyway, I think that's all I was going to talk about today. Not very much, huh? Anyway, did you guys spot that one? Figure out what song's been running through my head? Hope to get to a lesson on that in the near future. probably no mystery as to what was running through my head on that one, but I think I'm going to check out and get a few other things done, hopefully to have them all ready for you in a couple of days. A little bit of what I was playing there. Anyway, keep the cards and letters coming and the cool comments on the forum, and I hope everybody has a nice weekend, or actually I hope it keeps raining here all weekend. So that's it. See you next week.